Is the microphone working? Yes, it is. It is. CW, what's going on? Griffin, saying the Red Sox aren't playing to win after an entire month of them doing nothing but winning is pretty impressive. They lost one series in the last month, and you're saying they aren't trying to win. Interesting. What up, QB? Steven, how are you? Christian, Prodigy, Dread, I believe. Clip, what's going on? Finn, Dinah, Mark, Lawson, how you doing, my friend? Angel, Daniel. Time for the weekly question. How many home runs is Bayo allowing? Well, Bayo is up against his arch rival. For those of you who don't know, Brian Bayo sucks against the Oakland Athletics. This is a big game for him because not only is he facing a team that absolutely crushes him, he's coming off of a start where he really looked like he righted the ship a little bit. King, how are you doing, my friend? You know what I'm saying? This is a big start. He gives up one home run. What up, Vaping? With Wink getting moved back to the bullpen, you think Fitz may have an opening? Probably not. I would guess, to be honest with you, they're going to wait on, if they're going to call up anybody, it'll be after the All-Star break, or really it'll be after the trade deadline. I was thinking that today with Jordan Westbrook coming up to cover Manuel Valdez's spot. I was like, well, what's sort of the point of this? Is it really going to make that much of a difference? Why not give a guy like Chase Meidroth or Nick Sogard, or even a little bit? I mean, Nick York might not be ready yet, but was he in the conversation at all? But then you think about it and you're like, well, wait a second. You don't want to expose these guys for a couple of weeks heading into a deadline where you should be buying, right? And then have to trade them, and teams be like, well, that 2-week stretch in the majors, they didn't look very good. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to be doing that with most prospects. I wouldn't even think about any sort of promotions into the big leagues until after the deadline. What's the deal with Casas? He's still dry swinging, planning on hitting off a tee this week. You smell the triple? I hope so. What's up, Harrison? Our worst chance of winning the game in this series comes tonight. Yeah, it's all on Bayo. We should trade for Nathan Eovaldi. I'd be in. What's up, Comedy Hour? I think Dom Smith might be kept when Costas comes back. He's been pretty solid. He has been pretty solid. What's my prediction for the game? I think it'll be a high. You know what? You know what? I'm going to put some faith in Bayo. I'm going to say 5-3 Red Sox. Creeping up on the Yankees slowly. Yeah, I can, AJ. Give me a second. Let me get through all the rest of these. Eovaldi for Valdez, Bobby Dahlbeck, Grant Gambrell, and Nathan Hickey. Might get it done. It just depends on what other, like, that's on paper what I would put his value at. But we don't know what anyone who's going to be put on the market going to be overpaying for is the finality for that, Lawson. MLB situation with the highlights. Basically what's going on, AJ, is they have, I don't know if it was it's all done by AI. And they figure out, hey, this guy's using MLB highlights. We're going to demonetize his content. We're going to monetize it for ourselves. The problem with that is that based on the fair use laws on YouTube, it's fair use. Under the fair use argument, it is specifically designed to enhance a video on news commentary and educational purposes for my viewers, right? So it's under the fair use policy here, which is on YouTube, but the bot keeps picking it up as, hey, he's doing this illegally. So they take my money, they give it to themselves, and they say, well, that's my money. And anytime I dispute it, they say, well, we could take your account away, which is basically what's going on with the MLB highlights situation. How old am I? I am 26. How excited am I for this series? I'm just glad. I missed them playing baseball yesterday, and I'm really happy that I'm interested in playing baseball. Or interested in watching baseball, sorry. Not that I'm never not interested, but I'm like excited for the game. You know what I mean? Over 5Ks for Bayo? Yeah. No, I'm going to say 4. Yeah, Fuzzy did have the same problem. Why'd they send down Cam Boots? I did a video on it today. I think the ultimate deciding factor is the fact that they have 3 lefties right now. They can afford to send down a lefty. I don't love it, though. Yeah, Amy, I saw that. It looks like he just wants the time off. Honestly, it sucks, but I would rather that than have him try and play through the All-Star game and end up getting hurt. I can't legally show the game. No, I'm just the scoreboard will be right here when the game starts. But we do have a couple of things that we need to go over before the game starts. So let me pull that up for you, and we need to talk about this because Craig Breslow did an interview with Fenway Rundown, run by Chris Cotillo, really Mass Live, but Chris Cotillo is sort of the head of that, and he was asked where he was in the trade deadline, and so I have an opinion on this. I want you guys to have an opinion on this, and we're going to go through it together. And I can show this video, which is fantastic. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show this video, but let me pull it up. Do this. Okay, I just want to make sure. I think you guys can hear this.
Buster only said the other night during the broadcast that rival executives believed you guys were undecided about buying or selling ahead of the deadline. You talked about picking a lane, wanting to stick to one or the other. Has the decision been made, Craig, at this point?
No, I think the value, the importance, the significance of playing meaningful games through the season, of winning on the field, of a successful season is not lost on me. I can remember quite vividly what it was like to be in a clubhouse approaching the deadline and feeling like your team is one that merits further investment. My job is different than the job that Alex has or the job that the players have. And whereas they can be almost singularly focused on doing everything that they need to do to prepare to win that night's game, I have to think about how we can best be positioned to win tonight's game and tomorrow's game and next year's game. And trying to balance all of those things is difficult at times. But the lane that we pick is going to be dictated by a host of considerations, and none more meaningful than what is happening on the field. So I'm still adamant and committed to picking a lane, and we're going to get more and more information over the next couple of weeks. But the one thing that we can do that helps steer that direction is to win as many games as possible on the field.
All right. So, yeah, Craig Breslow might be even better than Chaim Bloom at saying nothing while saying a whole lot of stuff. But people immediately, and I'm seeing it a little bit in the chat, a little bit. He dodged the question, what the hell, right? That's sort of the response immediately that we get. Now, here's the thing, is it's kind of like okay, so say you're betting or you're gambling or you're at a flea market and you have this card that you like, you're trying to buy, right? You're not going to walk up to the person and be like, man, I love this card. This is the exact card I want. I've been looking for it. We need it in my collection. This is where I want to buy this card, right? All of a sudden you lose all of your power, right? Because now this guy who's selling it knows, hey, I know that you want this card. I know that you need this card. I'm not going to give it to you for anything less, right? It's the same exact thing with these executives. They're, instead of a baseball card, it's players. It's a direction. It's a overall philosophy. Exposing that philosophy 3 weeks before a deadline isn't exactly the smartest idea in the world. So what we're getting from Craig right now is a whole lot of nothing, right? He's talking about play on the field. He's talking about the same stuff he's been talking about this entire year. I got to weigh wins tonight versus wins in a year versus wins in a month, right? And that is the job of an executive. He's not wrong. He's just not saying anything. Now, I personally, would it be fantastic for the Red Sox or for the front office to say, hey, man, we completely dropped the ball on the offseason. We need to go out here. We need to go get a starting pitcher, and we need to get this team right because we think we can win a championship. Of course, that would be fantastic. But at the same time, too, $10 super chat from Anthony. Thank you so much, Anthony. We hit some claps in the chat. Everyone liked that message. What a fantastic and generous donation. Thank you so much, Anthony. He said, doing a great job, Corbin. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Make sure we like that message, chat. Where was I? Anyways, it's not a smart strategy for a team to do that. It's just not. And on top of that, why would the Boston Red Sox, who really have a ton of valuable assets coming into the deadline, go out there and say, hey, man, none of these guys are for sale? Because then you're sort of closing the door off on the other part of this. So in my opinion, when we think about this, it makes no sense to me for Craig Breslow to come out and say, even though that's exactly what I want, right? As a fan, I want them to sit there and I want them to say, hey, we are going for it this season. This is the season to go for it. Unfortunately, it's not how the game works. Clip, been a member for 17 months. Can we get some congratulations to Clip? Thank you so much for being in here, my friends. If management keeps valuing Cora, they're buying. That's another part of it too. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's a big part of it. Problem is, again, I think it takes two to tango. If I could make one realistic buying, trading move, if I could make one buying and trading move realistically, who would I go for? The problem is a lot of people want obviously I'd be pumped if we got a huge splash, right? If we got Crochet or we got, I don't know, Nick Lodolo or someone, right? That'd be incredible. But I think if we're looking at it from a realistic perspective, they don't need a Lodolo. They don't need a Crochet. It'd be great to have one. Absolutely. Whoa. Kevin, my man. That is unbelievably generous of you. Thank you so much. Truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you. That is unbelievably kind and generous of you. Both of you, Anthony and Kevin. I don't know what to say, man. Thank you. Dude, you increased my baseball IQ so much in the last year. Keep the good content. The nice message to go along with it and everything, man. I can't thank you enough. That was unbelievably kind of you. Better not win him one of the giveaways. No. Wow. Can we make sure everyone in this chat likes that message? That was just incredibly kind. Incredibly kind. I don't know what to say, man. I'm blown away. Thank you. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. Thank you so much. Really, truly. Kevin, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you. VGN, how you doing, my friend? One move, Evaldi. Yeah, that'd be nice. Didn't know Westbrook was back up. Yeah, they sent Manuel Valdez down. I don't know how I feel about that. What up, Afro Dog? I remember back in the day, the Red Sox always make a big splash at the deadline. I'd always look forward to the deadline. Good start for Bayo. Yeah, I don't know. Doing the game? Yeah, watching the game right now. Bayo strikeout first batter. Good start for Bayo. What are you guys doing tonight? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? E. What the hell, man? I that is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Wow. I am. Yeah, I'm speechless. You guys are too kind to me. Genuinely. Way too kind to me. Seriously. It's too much. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, you do too much for me. Thank you guys. Oh, there's the... Oh, no. I thought that was the home run. Well, we got one run. Call it a peace offering. You didn't need a peace offering, man. People argue. Not a great start for Brian Bayo. Tell you what. It's all right. Man, the A's really are this dude's kryptonite. I need to get rid of that. Someone remind me to get rid of that command. Can we get some overall claps in the chat for everyone tonight? You guys, right off the bat, incredible. Thoughts on Christian Moore, seeing him mocked to the Sox a ton. I'm making a video on Christian Moore this week, I think, Devin. It might honestly be tomorrow. I've seen him way too much. Yeah. We're talking about him soon. Which prospects do you think we trade? Which ones are off limits given the buy at the deadline? It's a tough conversation. I don't think any of the three are off limits. The Teal, Meyer, Anthony are off limits. I would say Christian Campbell's an interesting one because I think to me, I think if you want to make a big splash, which I really don't think the Red Sox will make a giant splash. All right, nice strikeout. That'll way to regain. Can we get another one, Bayo, and just sort of get out of this inning? If they do want to make a big splash, I think it'll be from, if you look at the prospect rankings, right, 4 through 7 are Miguel Blaze, Luis Perales, Christian Campbell, 6. And the 7th one is, Yoel and Cespedes. 2 of those guys are totally injured, right? Perales and Cespedes are out for the rest of the year. Miguel Blaze is having a tough time. Christian Campbell, listen, I would love to keep all these prospects, but at some point you're going to have to choose who you decide to invest in and who you decide to gamble on. And if you decide to gamble on anybody, it's not going to be one of the big 3, and 2 of your top 5 or 2 of your top 7 are hurt. The other one is not doing super well. All right, it just comes down to, unless you want to trade someone at the top at the big league level, and I don't know if they want to do that either. Do I think Flaherty's a realistic option for the Sox? Who's he pitching for? The Cardinals? Probably not. I don't think the Cardinals aren't giving anyone away. The other thing is, too, you got to try and figure out who you want to he's pitching for the Tigers, then maybe. Oh, man. Bayo, what are we doing, dude? And the guy's hitting 203. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, my bad. I didn't know who Jack Flaherty was pitching for. Man. Get Jazz? No, I don't think they get Jazz. It wouldn't make any sense. I think I should have tear when I heard of Yoellen. I know it sucks. It sucks a lot. Llewellyn had a legitimate chance of getting in a top 100 list. I don't know baseball. Yeah, that must be it. Bale, yeah, Bale. It's crazy because he looked good against the Marlins. ERA versus the Athletics. Well, it was a 10 coming into this game. It's got to be even more. Zonatello, unfortunately, all the guys you named there, Fitz, Zonatello and Romero aren't doing super well. Like, their value's not great. Yankees are losing at least? Well, at least we got that. All right. Well, at least Rusty's is hitting home runs. Any chance we trade Bayo? Trading him at his lowest at 24, cost controlled, seems like a really dumb idea. I don't know about you guys. Hey, Corbett, tell me how the hell this guy's in the minors. Well, with the break coming up, what are the Sox playoff odds? 44%? 44%, I think. Four seam. Yeah, he was throwing it. Thank you, Richard, for subscribing. Yeah, Bay was throwing in that Marlins start. I don't know what happened. That's a good changeup right there. I mean, tough first inning. Maybe he'll settle down. If he gives us, gives the Sox, I don't know, 5 2/3 innings of 2-run baseball, that's still pretty solid, right? There's a chance this gets turned around. Why is there a giant poof of hair on my hat? And why did no one tell me? Yeah, I mean, Bayo versus the A's. I did the write up for members today. What was the ERA? I think it was 10 in 2 starts. It's 10 runs in 9 innings. I remember that. 10 runs, 9 innings, 5 home runs. Thoughts on Massa coming alive? I'm a fan. I knew he would. I've been talking about it all year. Gonzalez is way better. I would say, yeah, Gonzalez is better, but I don't know about defensively. That's the thing. Yeah, at least he's got 3 strikeouts. Well, you changed your name. Tassadar, Lord of Lame. That's a little bit of a mouthful for me to say. I don't want to just call you lame, so I'll just call you Tass. Thoughts on Cutter getting pulled early? Fantastic idea. $5 super chat from Lawson. Thank you so much, Lawson. Can we get some claps to the chat for Lawson, please? He said Evaldi just seems like a no-brainer at this point. He was helpful for Bayo and a good solid vet. It makes a ton of sense. The problem is the Rangers. I don't know if the Rangers are going to be interested in selling. What's up, Victor? To be honest with you, like from everything I've heard, at least on the surface from national analysts, is that they want to keep the team together as long as humanly possible. If Evaldi gets on the market, I'm all in. I would love it. I just don't know if he's gonna be. Evaldi's expensive. I don't know how expensive he'll be, man. He had the injury this year, a little bit of an injury history. He's getting older. He's got a lot of money on that deal. What's up, Pac-Man? He's got a lot of money on that deal. Oh, Lord of Flame. I'm an idiot. Any thoughts on the draft? Yeah, just take the best available player. That's my thought. Take the best available player. The Rangers absolutely smoked that baseball. Go 3, Durant. Go 3, Durant. Oh. Do I know why? I'm not. No, I don't. Was something? There's a setting on your YouTube that makes subscribing public, and if you don't have that on, it won't show up. It'll say you privately subbed. Out of the three names, which one would you prefer to trade for? Trevor Williams from that's only two. Oh, or someone else. Of those two, I would do Eric Fede. There's 7 out of wild card and Evaldi's a contract. Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong at all. I think there's a possibility they trade him. It's just with the Rangers, they've got Scherzer coming back. They've got DeGrom coming back. They've got what is it? Josh Young, maybe one of the young people. He's coming back, right? They have some big names coming back. I don't know. Super sticker if Durango's yard. I'll remember that. I don't hate him, Christian. I just don't love him either. I'd rather they do it with people in the dugout. Man, Hamilton needs to lay that off. He keeps swinging at that fastball 12 inches above the zone. I don't think ownership will lead any of the contract for Evaldi. That's the other part of it. Astros turned around. They might be coming for that wild card. Yeah, the Astros scare me. Honestly, I'd rather the Astros overtake the division and fight with the Mariners, if I'm being totally honest. Not sure, comedy. I would assume it's somewhere in your YouTube settings. If you go to profile settings. It's not really a big contract, to be honest with you, Carl. Like it's a pretty mediocre sized contract. Like people see that he signed a contract, they're like, oh, it's a massive deal. It's not. It's what, $50, $60 million? Might be a little bit more than that, but it's nothing crazy. Corbin, is Rafi still an all-star on his stats? It's a good question, Brady. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I would assume yes. All right. Sox. Get one back. All right. There we go. David Hamilton getting the Sox on the board. We answer right back. I like that. I like that a lot. What are my thoughts on Vaughn Grissom? I just haven't seen enough of him. You think we're going to act like buyers, or is Breslow going to come up with some explanation on why we're not buying? It could be both. Oh, get out. Get out. Oh. Hamilton. You got a score on that, my guy. Although we got Rafi up. That ball was slammed, by the way. That ball was absolutely slammed. David, the second he turns around, what are we doing? Yeah, it's definitely something, CW. It's just mentality. He's getting behind in counts early, and then he's trying to get back into counts with the changeup, and big leaguers are saying, "Oh, wait, I could just wait on that changeup when he gets ahead in counts, or when he gets behind in counts." So ahead of you, I'm always ahead. I'm always ahead on these when we're home, because I got the 4K stream. And that one's always, for some reason, ahead of the regular stream. Don't ask me why. Oh, get fair. Rafi immediately. We're going to get to. Rafael Devers immediately smokes one. Immediately smokes one into right field. You got a sneaky feeling about what? I like the start, folks. I like the start. Look at Rafi's speed right there, huh? Look at Rafi's speed right there. Rafi's still an all-star? Interesting. Brent Rooker? I would be interested in Brent Rooker. Did I get myself? Oh yeah, I got one of those Durant shirts. No idea when it's coming in. It's just gonna come in, I think. But yeah, I absolutely got one of those Durant shirts. Not supposed to happen. I know. I'm always behind. It feels good. Love the way Devers been admiring his home runs lately. This is gonna send me on a tangent, Kevin. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up because I said when Rafael Devers absolutely torched that baseball versus Garrett Cole, and he just yucked it and then stared him down a little bit, I was fired up. But I got comments on the YouTube like, we shouldn't be playing that brand of baseball. What do you mean we shouldn't be playing that brand of baseball? We absolutely should. Let the kids have fun. Let the kids have fun. Right? The game of baseball is always going to be the same. And that's the beautiful part about baseball, right? The game itself is not changing. It's the way that players are playing the game that is changing. And that's just what America and the world is like. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. And to be honest with you, it's against the Yankees. Do it. I love the rivalry. I love it. Have him fired up against New York. Miguel Sano. That's a big dude. Doogie absolutely deserved it. Just got here, and apparently I missed quite a ton the first 20 minutes of the game. Yeah, you missed a lot. What's up, Edgar? Could Massa be traded at the deadline this year? I think if a team is willing to take on the contract, there's a chance. I would more so guess that a Massa trade, if they do end up trading him, will happen this offseason. Think you buy from the MLB roster? The only way that happens is if you trade Wilyer or Duran, and I don't think people want to have that conversation. Oh, Massa. Oh, why did that look so good off the bat? Rafi thought it looked good too. Rafi thought it looked good too. It's not just me. His son didn't look very happy. Yeah, Garrett Cole wasn't too pleased with the bat toss. I was. Cameraman stays fooling me, AJ. It's all he does. It is all that this dude does. The Nested cameraman has the best job in the world because he makes every single pop-up look like a home run. He probably sitting there giggling to himself the entire time. Oh my God, Wilyer. Again. They did it to me again. 2 at-bats in a row, they did it to me. That baseball looked like it was hit 5,000 feet. I thought that was hitting the red seat. That cameraman's sitting there right now like, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. That's how he's doing. Paying the camera, laughing his ass off. I hate that guy. If I ever meet that cameraman, It's on site. Finally, Durant is an all-star. Yes, sir. They decided to spread your Jonathan India agenda. Interesting. He's been kind of bad this year, hasn't he? Does Henry own Nesson? Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Tass. I'm trying. Honestly, it might be kind of fun. I always get the game spoiled from you. Now you get the game spoiled from me. Interesting. Had a pretty good hitting streak lately. Well, there's only one way to find out. See what he's been up to, shall we? Jonathan India. I wanted Jonathan India bad. What was it, last season? And people were not a fan of that. See what he's up to. On the season, he strikes. Honestly, strikeout rate's not bad. He's getting on base a lot. 270, 371, 403, 119 WRC plus. That's pretty good. Let's see how he's been over his last. Let's do 2 weeks. Let's do over his last 2 weeks. Starting here and going. What was this? The 8th? Oh, this is gonna torture me. This would be 6. He went. Thank you. 6 games. 14. Oh, I can't do that on my phone. That's annoying. Oh, Bayo, please, dude. Oh, there we go. All right. Wow, he has been on a hot streak lately. My God. Over his last 14 games, he's in 327, a 411 on base percentage, a 571 slug, and a 172 WRC plus. Woo. Henry's group is in negotiations to buy the Celtics. Well, I did not see that. Brezo's got the whole family today. No deals going on tonight. Doesn't say Don remind you of a young Mookie? I don't like putting Mookie on anybody, to be honest with you. It scares me saying Mookie about anybody. Who am I putting my money on to win the home run derby? You know what I do? My girlfriend loves the home run derby. So I always let her put my bet on, and she won last year. She said Vladdy was going to win last year. He did. Or was that 2 years ago? I think that was last year. This year, who is it? It's Alec Boehm, Pete Alonso, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Wood Jr., which will be awesome. Honestly, I would put J-Ram's in there. Man, this is going to be a tough one. I put my money on Henderson. Is O'Neal going to be in the Derby? No, he had to make the team to be in the Derby. Connor, catch a baseball. When's the next All-Star game at Fenway? They got to go through so 99 and then plus 30 years. 29? Do I think anyone got snubbed? Yeah, I think Kenley had a chance to make it. I appreciate that, Benjamin. I'm not going to stop doing them, man. I promise. The only way I'm going to stop doing them if MLB shuts me down completely, but playing like the A's right now? I know. I don't know why Bayo's not going back to his fastball when he needs it. $2032 would be sick. Yes, I do, Chris. You feel so out of the loop with the Derby. Why? Do I think the Jays move Vladdy? I think they move one of Vladdy or Bichette, whichever one they feel like they can't sign before free agency. I would venture to guess it'll be Bichette before it's Guerrero, but Guerrero has more value, so I don't know. $25 and $27, interesting. Hope Cora doesn't don the pinstripes next year. I would be shocked if Cora ends up in New York. I would. It was, Chris, but it worked well. Again, he brought it back because he's been in a funk, and it worked well against the Marlins, but he seemed to have gone off of it again tonight. Has there been any info on the Netflix documentaries? What do you mean, any info? You don't know any of the participants? So the participants are right now, I think it's Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Wood Jr., Jose Ramirez, Pete Alonso, Alec Boehm. I think that's it for announcing that they're doing it. There we go. Hey, there's that 4-seam. We going to get Bayo every week for the live stream? It's honestly probably a pretty good chance. We had Cutter for a long time, and then I think I messed it up. Off days messed it up. Yeah, it won't come out, AJ, until the beginning of the 2025 season. So we'll see it. I might try and see if we could do like a watch party or something. And Ozuna, great. Is Bailey reverting back to his approach? I'm not sure if it's reverting back or if it's... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just trying to figure out. I think it's trying to figure out which one works for Bayo because he didn't fully go away from the fastball with some guys like Pivetta and Cutter. They still use their fastball quite a bit. And obviously, I mean, Bayo was getting torched on that fastball last year. Playoff Sox would be tough for the documentary. Yeah, it'd be fantastic for the documentary. Appreciate that, Kryptonite. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to try and get more this week for probably this weekend and next week. That's the goal. I bought a new camera, so we'll be looking a little bit different. Not on live streams because I can't figure out how to get the camera to work for live streams, but for videos, we should be looking a little bit different here in the next couple of days. Yeah. Yeah, if going to Fenway is $1.50, I'd be real happy. Yeah, he did. He did, Tass. We might need to change it up. Any spoilers for upcoming videos? We're probably gonna do a draft video tomorrow about Christian Moore, who I mean everyone and their mother's been talking about Christian Moore to the Sox, so we'll probably talk about him tomorrow. I want to do another trade video. I'm thinking Lodolo. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying it for a while. Punch him. Oh. Hagen Smith somehow following us would be fantastic. When's the MLB draft? It's during All-Star week. Yeah, I agree. If he's pumping a 98, 99, do it. You know, Jeff, that's a great question. I really don't have an answer for you. Be honest with you. I have no answer for you. When's the future game? I believe it's the day before I think it's Monday. And players in it, yeah, Marcelo, Kyle Teal, and Roman Anthony will all be there. And Jeff, honestly, I don't know what the deal is. I wish I had an answer for you. If I had an answer, it wouldn't be a problem for me right now, you know? World Baseball Classic was what, 2023? So it'll be 2027? Who's representing the Red Sox in the Futures game? The Big Three. Who is the best college MLB system? What do you mean, Kryptonite? Like which college has the most MLB draftees? I mean, it's pretty spread out. LSU comes to mind as someone who has a lot of draftees. A lot of like the big schools. Tennessee is some. Texas A&M. Yeah, it's an interesting conversation to have, Jeff. I honestly don't know. To be honest with you, like the big channels like Fuzzy, when he got started getting plunked for copyright, he was able to essentially make a Twitter movement. Right? He had, I mean, hundreds of people tweeting at MLB and they fixed it right away. I don't have that kind of pulse. So I'm curious if they just simply look at me and say, well, this is an easy target. You know what I mean? Any hope for a Teal call-up this year to run a gnarly catching rotation? I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely. I think it's possible. What's up, Dennis? Things are good, man. How you doing? Low lights instead. Hey, I'm just wondering, MLB, if you guys are copywriting good highlights, if I only show bad highlights, how does that work? You know? Like, I called MLB's PR department. I called MLB's trademark department. Didn't get an answer from either. I think it might Lawson at some point. They just need to get healthy first. And the other thing, too, is I think once Cooper Criswell can come up to start, I would assume so. Do more Woo Sox interview? Yeah. Yep. Actually, speaking of that, is there anyone you guys want me to interview on the Woo Sox? Is there anyone where you're like, man, I'd love to hear from that guy about something? Because I'd love to do that for you guys. Do you think the current Kyle Teal would be an upgrade over Reese McGuire? Yeah. Nice pitch, Brian. Luis Guerrero, if possible, with a translator. I can look into that. It's possible, yeah. I just need to figure it out. Roman Anthony, I got to wait till he gets called up. That keeps coming down, up and down from the big leagues. Christian Campbell. Christian's in double A. So Portland's a little bit tougher for me to get interviews for. I'd love to talk to him, though. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? I'm good, man. Boozer? I can talk to Boozer. You know, I had that exact same conversation. The problem is, to be honest with you, I don't know if I can afford a lawyer to have the conversation with someone. And Manuel Valdez. Yeah, absolutely, Edgar. I think he'll get promoted pretty quickly after the All-Star break. Swamped with appointments. Sorry to hear that. I thought Rafi got him on his head for a second. When your MLB The Show videos got copywritten, that's insane. Yeah, I do, Assassin. I think there'll be... he was 18, AJ. Yeah, I think Teal and Meyer will be promoted together. All right, Bale. Let's get out of this, huh, brother? There you go. One more. Honestly, I could see all three of them going up together. It's interesting to me that they're already considering, like, Jamie Westbrook coming up is interesting because it means they're not super happy with their second base. I wonder if after the deadline they try and nice job, Brian. Way to get out of that, brother. That was almost a big problem. Is Oakland going to make the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't think so. That was a big strikeout from Brian Bale there. Did you watch the Dodgers game, King? Oakland's your World Series favorite? How'd the Dodgers do? Oh, not good. I saw the Tyler Glasnow news. Yikes. Blaze was 17. Ooh, I thought he was 18. Thank you. I wonder if we could somehow get Meyer up here somehow this year to play second. If we don't, no. I don't think so. It's the fourth inning. Good Lord. I just, it doesn't make a ton of sense for me to completely just basically shove Marcel Meyer up here. Especially when he's such a big part of the potential future of the organization. It just doesn't make a ton of sense to me to do it. Yeah, but Glasnow, what was it? Hamstring tightness, maybe? Back tightness. Thank you. Hey guys, is it back tightness? I do appreciate it. It's just funny. That'd be really interesting, VGN. It's an interesting concept. Do you think Bale will have a better second half? I mean, he has to. He has to. Simply. Because if he doesn't, we're going to have a big... to be honest with you, I think this team goes as far as Bayo and Pivetta go. What happened to Chris Murphy? He got Tommy John surgery. Can I name pitch by pitch who was the best pitch on the Red Sox team in the Red Sox farm system? Major league level. I mean, this is... I guess I could look it up. I'm just going to go based off of my opinion. I would probably guess it is either Tanner Houck slider or splitter as the best pitch on the major league team. In the minor league system, Luis Pirelli's had a pretty nasty pitch. Wickerman Gonzalez's curveball has been good. It's not that good this year. Hunter Dobin's slider's been really good this season. Man. Who's that kid in low A? Is that kid in low A who's throwing like nothing? Anyone pick up Pablo? Oh no. I think he elected free agency, actually, if I remember correctly. What do we do with Dom Smith when Costas comes back? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I guess they could hold on to him as backup, but that's another left-handed bat. I mean, I thought, oh, that's right. He did get traded to the Mets. I'm an idiot. He got traded to the Mets. Yeah, Trey slider could be once we see it. Nastiest pitch in Red Sox history that I've watched. Jesus. John Lester had a pretty nasty cutter. Just what comes to mind. Koji's splitter. Sales slider. Sales slider probably takes a cake. That's a good one. Will Bobby D come back up? Yeah, I think there's a chance Bob gets back up here. Clemens fastball. See, I wasn't around long enough to get the full extent of Clemens fastball, but for those of you that were alive, Tim Wakefield's knuckleball. That's a fantastic answer too. What happened to Zach Penrod? He's on the IL. And how much longer has Brian Mata got? 6 days. Romy and Ref could serve as backup. That's what I'm thinking too. But I do think there's a chance they might hold on to him, especially if they actually don't do anything at the deadline. Just learning about Trey Slider watching Red Sea Radio. Well, I appreciate that, Dennis. Thank you. Who? Brian Mata? They got to put him on the 40-man. They got to DFA him. Or they got to put him, on the 26-man. They got to DFA him. So I think they have to. Am I getting the new NCAA football game? I don't know, man. Probably. Is how could we expected Bayo to be? No, I don't think so. I think, we talked about it at the beginning of the year, right? In our video about whether or not Bayo can be an ace. The goal for Bayo, in my opinion, this season was to solidify himself as a top of the rotation piece. Now, maybe not an ace of the team, but like a 2 or a really solid 3. He's done neither. The problem is the contract, the comparisons to Pedro are all stuff that just completely overblew what he should have been this season, right? Everyone was talking about him being the next Pedro Martinez, and that's a problem. Because no one's ever going to be the next Pedro. Yeah, Cedon's looking really good right now. Was it a 500 slug his last month? That's pretty nice. You want the Red Sox to trade for Tariq Skubal? It's going to cost everything. Bruce Hurst curve. I don't even know if I know who Bruce Hurst is. Oh, get down. Is that fair? That's a fair ball, folks. Is that going to score Dom? Run, Dom. Run, Dom, run. I mean, we take it all day, but... Dom Smith runs like a Scooby-Doo villain. I will say that every time he does that. I appreciate that a lot, Keith. Thank you. Look at him. He's like, right? He just looks like a Scooby-Doo villain. Oh, same, AJ. That was a great at bat. Energizer buddy for the commercials. DFA Chase Anderson for Mata. Yeah, I'd be down for that. You should run like Jack Sparrow. Nah, that's Duran, but Duran does it well. Show him what hustle is. Yeah, facts. The Yankees are hurting right now. Yankees are hurting, and we caught them at the best time. Although we caught them at the worst time too, and we crushed them too. I think the Red Sox just own the Yankees. Schilling, good pitcher. That's all I will say. Thank you, Dennis. Put a time frame on it. Devers with Jack Sparrow with the arms. It could be a good comp. Score them. Say, Don, come on in, baby. 5-2. All right. No one scored the rest of the game. What did I say? I said 5-2, 5-3. What did I say? Someone tell me what I predicted at the beginning of the game. I cannot remember. I have no clue. All I know is it was 5-2. No one scored the rest of the game. I need a strikeout here, Hamilton. Oh, I said 5-3. Dang it. What's up, Joey? we need to figure out when our members only is this month, chat. Did I do one at the beginning of the month? I can't remember. Is Tim Anderson a good defender? Historically, no. This year, he actually has been pretty good. Just want to see Mason Miller. Are you a member? Unfortunately, no. You don't have the red seat next to your name. Yanks are overrated, old, not very athletic, and their pitching was not going to hold up. Preach, E. Listen. Alex Cora said, "Get greedy, baby. Let's go for second place, huh?" You know what I did this weekend, Chris? I put money on, say, Don Rafael to win Rookie of the Year. I did it. I was like, I got to do it. Fight him. How much, Corbin? $20. 20 to win. It was like 1,600 odds. So what is that? 200 something dollars. You have auto renew on? Yeah, a lot of people have been having issues with memberships lately. You might have to go in and do it automatically. There's the link, by the way, if anyone wants to become a member. Appreciate that, Kryptonite. Thank you. Dude, Tyler O'Neill charging the mound, terrifying. Who do I see targeting the deadline? A pitcher, a starting pitcher, any starting pitcher. Pick, please. Please. Just someone who has experience starting a season and someone who can simply give us innings. That's all I want. Rafi goes yard here. Rafi goes yard here. I give something away. Read some articles on Athleon Sports. I've never heard of that. Sports Illustrated about potential fits to the deadline. First time I saw Chris Bassett mentioned, as well as Carlos Estevez and Luis Rengifo. Give away tacos? Ooh, do we give away tacos? Nah. Actually, a lot, Keith. In my opinion, the only thing that scares me is giving the you already own this item. Maybe it's glitching and not showing up. I'll check after genetic and let you know. Right, Brian. That's kind of my thought too. Yeah, that'd be ridiculous, genetic, if it didn't. That's kind of what I'm looking for too. I need give me someone who can eat innings. I'm sorry to hear that. Anthony became a member of the standing room. Gives a claps to the chat for Anthony. Thank you so much, Anthony. What is actually wrong with Grissom? Hamstring issues. You want Ellie De La Cruz? I hope you don't like farm systems. Who's scarier charging the mound, Duran or O'Neill? I would say O'Neill. O'Neill is like chunky thick. You know what I mean? Like Duran's ripped. O'Neill is chunky thick. I don't know how else to describe that. I need playoff baseball at Fenway. Is Chris Sale an all-star? Sure is. He's also the favorite to win the Cy Young right now. Fully confident we could fix Tim Anderson. I don't love it. I'd rather get someone in here that is a bit more stable. It's a good way to put it. Maybe off the field too. Well, not a home run, but that's gonna score a run. Rafael Devers in the second inning has a single and a double. A single and a double, folks. I don't want to say it. But it feels like a good night for Rafi. Also, my bet's officially gone. I can't believe we've been live for an hour and it's the second inning. A lot of foul balls so far. Giving Bayo a nice lead is fantastic. Do I think? No, Duran's not going to win the MVP. He should get MVP votes, though. Are we going to see Dom on the mound tonight? I hope we do. Lawson, thank you to the standing for becoming a member of the standing rooms. Good claps to the chat for Lawson, please. Thank you so much. Man, he was available? That's crazy. To sell Liverpool? Yeah, I'll phone him up. Can we trade for Pete Alonso? Not with how the Mets are playing right now. Appreciate that, Lawson. Thank you. Do you think our ERA are... I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, Prodigy. We don't need Ellie De La Cruz? No, we don't. I agree. Trade for Vladdy. Vladdy would be a lot of fun. Vladdy would be a lot of fun, but seeing what it would take to get Vladdy to the Red Sox would suck. Look at our farm. True. He could have, Brady, but the thing is, I just think Chris Sale needed a change, man. I really do. Anytime. Yeah, I agree. I think they do just need pitchers, and I don't think they're gonna buy a whole lot. So I would rather them focus on pitching. Is Wong in a slump? I don't think so. Is he having a tough time? I mean, he's had what 2 games that he's been tough in. Outside of that, Jays wouldn't trade him in division. I don't know, man. I don't know. Guess where you live in Europe? Oh, that's getting in. He's in there. Who said Connor Wong? Who said Connor Wong isn't hot? True, Joe. Braves won the deal. Yeah, but the thing is, you're not trading. I think a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, Chris Sale's having a good year. We lost the trade, right? The thing is, the Red Sox didn't trade for a year of Von Grissom. They traded for 2 years, or 6 years, I'm sorry, of Von Grissom. So the only way we'll know if the Red Sox won that deal or didn't is what it looks like at the end of 6 years. Nobody on Boston's a shot to win MVP. They'll get votes but not win. Yeah, it'll be Judge or Soto. It will be. Carl, that'd be great. A lot of people are saying it's Christian Moore, though. In my opinion, I've said it before, and people don't love this idea, but just take the most athletic player in the draft. Take the most athletic player, and then figure it out from there. That's my opinion. No, I agree, King. I think there was just too much on his head in Boston. I think he got a fresh start. He got a fresh mentality. $10 super chat from Genetic. We get some claps in the chat for Genetic's first super on live stream. Thank you so much, Genetic. Make sure you guys like that message. He said, always have loved the show, Corbs. This is for not being able to renew my membership. You don't have to do that, Genetic. That is extremely, extremely kind of you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Can we get some likes on that message? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was just sort of it was time to part sort of situation. I mean, when he got traded, no one was mad about it. No one was mad about it. But now that he's good, everyone's like, "Whoa, we should have never done that." You know what I mean? Like, it happens. Hendricks will be a fun guy to watch. Regardless of what role he ends up in, he'll be a fun player to watch, I think. What's up, Brandon? It feels good to be playing the Triple A's. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. The Sox team reminds me of the movie Major League. It would be kind of fitting, wouldn't it? Christian, don't get me excited, man. Don't get me excited. Don't get me excited like that, Christian. Look at Massa. Look at Massa. Opposite field, slammer. That ball was hit pretty hard. Wong going first to third. 7-2 in the second inning, chat. We got ourselves a ball game. Don't we have to look forward to the Netflix content? Yes, sir. I got to figure out if I can legally show that. I don't think I can. We might have to do something off YouTube and watch it together. I don't know. I know I got the genetic super chat. Any updates on Grissom? I don't think so. Will Sales survive the second half? Yeah, that'll be interesting. Get Dom Smith on the mound. Get Dom Smith on the mound. Will it be a documentary? Yes, sir. Any update on Casas? He's still dry swinging, planning on hitting, I think it's batting practice or off a tee this week. I would guess he's probably back by the beginning of August. Great games at watch parties. For the most part, we've been doing pretty well. What are we, 8-5 at this point? Oh, Willier. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a blowout. 10-2 in the second inning. Oh, my God. Fenway is rocking. Put him up. God, I got to figure out a way to, like, surefire do that. Cameraman did not disappoint. No, cameraman did not. There we go. Will you Abreu? Oh, my God. Still get Apple TV in here. This is what we do to bad teams. This is what good teams do to bad teams. Oh, my God. No shot. Back to back. Back to back. He did it again. He did it again. One time I'm going to get it. One time I'm going to get it the first time. There we go. Dominic Smith. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. My prediction, way off. My prediction is way off. Surely you missed nothing in the first inning? Nope, nothing. Do it again. Another one. So what's the prediction now? 62-4. Got to tweet it out. We don't need Ohtani. We don't need Ohtani. All right, I'm back. I'm tweeting them out, chat. I'm a multifaceted creator. Oh, the hell are they getting 4? Good point. Might be a rain delay. Oh, if it's a rain delay, we might not be able to stick around. Would we get the win even with the rain delay? Yeah, as long as it gets through the what is it, 5 1/3 innings? Jaron Duran. That's it. That's the tweet. I swear if Bale starts walking people after one lead, I might lose it. Yeah. Only a 99.2%? What is the 0.8% here? You may go for a run. Not a bad time to go for a run. Not a bad time to go for a run. I hate winning percentages. True. 11 runs, sir. I don't think so, Christian. It's a different situation now. Never tell me the odds. I don't like odds. I said at the beginning of the year. Appreciate that, Blaine. Thank you, man. Do you think Dom survives Costas coming back? I think there's a legitimate chance he does. Imagine if Costas was playing. Man, if Costas was playing, this team would be, I genuinely think this team would be fighting for Mr. Money Mike Madness to join the chat. Mike, you missed a hell of a first 2 innings. Anytime, Blaine, man. I'm trying my best out here. If Costas is Costas the biggest impact any contending team could add? It's got to be close, man. It's got to be close. Man, look at Thick Willie just yucking that bad boy. That ball was slammed, man. That ball was slammed. Oh, interesting, Carl. Appreciate that. You know the horse of a starter? Agree. Do damage. Man, I still have a shirt that says do damage. I haven't pulled it out. Chat, here's what I'm gonna say. That jersey. I'm just gonna say it. That jersey. Okay, I need to turn those off. That jersey. The Celtics jersey been doing something for this team. It's been doing something. How come your seat isn't red? You got to be a member for 2 months or 3 months, and then it will turn red, sir. Fear the Beard shirt? I gave my Fear the Beard shirt to my mom. Can you get a Slayton jersey? I got a Kelly jersey on the way. I just bought a Costas jersey. Shh, comedy. We don't talk about it. 3 months. There's the answer. Finally put it up. Yeah. You know what the problem was? I realized I made a mistake, Prodigy, when I took it down and they got torched by the Padres. And Brian Bayo. Is that 7 strikeouts for Brian Bayo in the 3rd inning? We gonna talk about it? Hey, you got one too, Joey? Oh yeah. I'm gonna wear that. The problem is I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Man, you are killing it, Genetic. Duran, Devers, and Casas, 21 strikeouts for Bale this inning. That'd be awesome. 2 months ago, there was so much tension, Red Sox Nation. Now it feels joyous and amazing. Trust me, there are still people cranky about the Red Sox. Yeah, that's exactly why I bought it too, Joey. Do I still have a Mookie Betts jersey? No, I lost it. Oh my God, Brian. The entire side, Brian? The entire side? I have a Bogarts jersey, two Tristan Casas jerseys, one of them fake, a fake Trevor Story jersey, Devers jersey, Benintendi jersey, Kike jersey. I used to have a Betts jersey. Not sure what happened to it. The entire side, Cha. The entire side. This one is it was Xander, but it's just the 2, so now it's Dom Smith, which right now not Aiden. I'm thinking about getting a Rafaela jersey. Yeah. Do I think the front office is trying to win now? Do I think the front office is trying to win? You know what? To be honest with you, I think they're winning despite the front office. I got the old ones, Christian. To drop in red. The red jerseys are my favorite, man. I love those red jerseys. I'm going to the game Saturday. And last time I wore the red jersey, it got blown out. So I'm going to have to put it at the back of the rotation. But I do want to use it eventually. Same time last year, a very similar record. Yeah, they did. Three innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 9 Ks, folks. Boy, Caleb, do I got news for you. Yeah, I loved those hats. I had like 3 of those hats over my lifetime. They're keeping Ferguson in, man. They're letting him cook. I got to be honest. The new guy, Trey, that they picked up looks like he's 7 years old. Ted Williams throwback jersey. I also want to get one of those, too. Straight Hayden. Kind of sounds like it a little bit. I'll give you that. Oh, that's brutal, Red Sox. That's a good collection, man. He's starting a game in the Royals series? I don't think I saw that. I doubt it. He's a bullpen arm. No, it looks like the candidate to start would be Criswell. Yeah. Cora's saying Winkowski's in the pen, so it looks like it'll be Criswell Friday. Kenley might gotta stay. If Kenley stays, this team's gonna be interesting. Why did Devers opt out of the All-Star game? He wants to give himself a bit of a breather with his shoulder. Get a Criswell jersey if he wins Friday? I don't know if I can even get a Criswell jersey. David Hamilton playing well today. Yeah, I think honestly, Janek, I think he's all right. I think he just, to be honest with you, I think Rafi's got playoffs on his mind. Genuinely, I think Rafael Devers is looking at this team and saying, I want to make the playoffs with this team. I need to make sure I'm 100% for the second half or the whatever. You know what I mean? I hate the fact that the All-Star game is not the midway point in the season. It drives me mad. Drives me insane. Genuinely. Why do you put it at like the 96 game mark? Why not put it at the 81 game mark? It makes no sense. None. Drives me absolutely crazy because you think about it and you're like, okay, the All-Star break is first half. After the All-Star break is the second half. And I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense in my head. Nope. Who's the best starting pitcher in my opinion? It's pretty obvious it's Tanner Houck, but Cutter's been fantastic lately. So who took Devers' spot? I don't know. Someone on the Jordan Westberg, maybe. How does do their spring training? What do you mean, ST? The whole All-Star thing is confusing me still. It's just like the best player from each team. No, it would be so sick. It would be so sick to have the All-Star break on 4th of July weekend. That'd be so sick. Ever thought about Reese Olson? Not particularly, no. But I do think they should keep Kenley Jansen. Bobby participating in the All-Star game would be sick. How does Fangraphs do their splits then at the 81 mark? It would have to be the 81 mark. It has to be. Yeah, Joey. I'm good. Well, what do the Red Sox need to get at the deadline? What tier level players? Give me a C tier level starting pitcher. Give me a 4. Kind of looks like Reese Olson. I genuinely don't even know who Reese Olson is. Oh, this might be a quick toss. When is Liam Hendricks expected to be back from injury? He wants to come back at the beginning of August. I would say more realistically, probably mid-August. Nathan back? I'd be all in. I made a video on Nate Eovaldi coming back. I'd love it. Go get Scooball. Mike, we got to give Mike some credit here. Mike had been wanting Scooball since the beginning of this season. You get one more, Caleb. You spam it a singular more time, and then you're gone. Do I think we could get Scooball? No. I mean, yeah, we could, hypothetically, but there's not a chance the Red Sox are willing to throw it up. Not a chance. Yeah, Mike's been getting a lot of credit for David Hamilton. Deservedly so. Reese Olson. All right, we'll look up Reese Olson, see what he's about. Who's the guy on the Tigers that hit Justin Turner in the face? Oh, he does kind of look like Reese Olson, actually. Is Giolito coming back? No, probably not. Bale's giving up 3 more runs guaranteed. Considering he's at 9 strikeouts right now, it's a pretty bold statement, Evan. Yeah, Giolito probably won't be back. All right, Ethan, thanks for stopping by, my friend. We need an innings eater who can stay healthy. Yeah, we just need someone to fill the Geo role, to be honest with you. They only need 9 more runs for that logic to make sense, Skyler. Still want Evaldi. Getting back Evaldi would be incredible, I think. My only concern would be his player option. Next year if he vests. If he gets 300 innings, he's got a $20 million option that he can pick up in 2025. I don't think the Red Sox do that. Flyer on Kikuchi. Kikuchi could be an interesting one because Kikuchi is going to give you some innings, right? Let me look up Kikuchi here while the Red Sox just... Kikuchi... He's been, it's not great. It's not bad. It's not great, though. That's the other problem. The Blue Jays trading in division, which would be... And to be honest with you, Kikuchi's not getting you much. Let me see... Kikuchi, 4.12, 98 ERA. He's got a 3.61 FIP though, which is solid. He's still striking a decent amount of guys up. He's just giving up a ton of hits. That's a problem. He's a free agent after this season. 3 years, $36 million. So about $12 million a year. That could be, it might be something the Red Sox look into. I would bet he comes out pretty soon here, Lawson. How realistic is it that Breslow would sell O'Neill? I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. I don't think it's super plausible, but I don't think it's unrealistic. How to use the special perk. If you go into the chat, right next to the chat button, there's a smiley face. Click on that smiley face. I think I wouldn't be shocked if the Red Sox sold I wouldn't be shocked if the Red Sox sold on O'Neill high and then brought up someone else. Oh, dude. Am I watching the Olympics? Yeah, my girlfriend loves the gymnastics, so we'll be watching that. I love this. I love swimming, watching swimming. So I'll probably watch that. Obviously, the basketball team's loaded. So, ever heard of Corey Rozier? Yeah, I met him a couple of times. Nice guy. Do it again, Bayo. Do it again, you sicko. Oh, he did it again. Oh. You grew up with him? That's awesome, Bran. The problem with Waka is that he's on literally the team that is competing with you for a wild card spot. No shot that they're going to give you Waka. Not a chance. Unless they get something back that's going to make themselves better. Waka Flocka Flame. Yeah, that guy. I'd assume Romy's coming in pretty quickly. What if we trade for Paxton? My only fear with Paxton is, when was the last time he played a full season? Remember how he broke down the second half when we had him? Was that 22? Zach Eflin? Could be something. Yeah, not a big wrestling guy, Joey, unfortunately. Paxton has been mediocre this year. What's his FIP looking like? His FIP not good. Oh, no, that was last year. I'm an idiot. Where's the gray-haired assassin? He's on the IL with forearm tightness. Zach Eflin did just get traded. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, he has, Joe, actually. Nick York for Eric Fetty. I would seriously consider it. Trade for Sonny Gray in my franchise and with a 222. Well, there we go. That's the answer. No one in the system that can give him 5 innings. I mean, yes, there's some people, but the problem with that, here's what I want at the deadline. I want someone who's proven that they can do it, because right now you're in fully unknown territory, basically, right? Houck has pitched more innings than he's pitched in his entire life. Is that a double play? Oh, good God. David Hamilton. I like David Hamilton to play. David Hamilton at shorts or on the field. You know what I mean? I need someone who's been there to play a full season, because right now you're just fully in completely unknown territory. Royals will fall out. Just because the Astros are the team to watch doesn't mean the Royals will fall out. Again, I would genuinely rather them just completely bail getting shaky. Oh, what's he gonna do? Allow 3 runs? Oh no, we're losing by 8. Eric Fetty's on my list to make a video about. It's probably gonna take a pretty decent amount, I'd guess, because I think he's on a couple-year contract, if I remember correctly. If he's on a 1-year deal, a lot less. But I thought I remembered him going for a little bit more. $24 with a 322. Why not gauge interest? Yeah, I mean, not a bad one. The problem I talk about is that's unknown territory too. Houck would be unknown territory. Cutter would be unknown territory. Whoever comes in, if he comes in with no unknown territory, that's on 3/5 of your rotation. And on top of that, I mean, Bayo hasn't really pitched a full major league season before, right? He was on an innings limit last year a little bit. He tuckered out towards the end there. He was injured. He hasn't had a full season either. So it's like, yeah, I think you need someone. You absolutely need someone to come in here and give you someone who can come here and be like, yes, I will pitch, whatever, 15, 17 games, whatever it is since you trade him for. And I'm going to give you, most of the time, I'm going to give you 5+ innings. That's what you need. See, that's not a bad one at all. Oh, my God, Brian did it. He did it. Is that 12? Is that 12 strikeouts? Huh. Disgusting. Just absolutely gross from Brian Bayo tonight. Unheard of. Just completely unheard of. That's 12. Let him get 20. How long until we pass the stankies in the standings? I'm not going to say, because then I jinx it. Is this Bayo's personal best? Gotta be. I did. You know what, Nick? I did. I flat out, I was like, this dude ain't Pedro. Then he's coming out here pitching just like Pedro. Can't remember seeing me with this laugh. I'm in a good mood tonight. Sox are getting crushed. Chat's having a good time. I'm with you guys, We're having fun. Sox are playing well. How'd that Yankees series feel? Incredible. I said in the video, it is amazing to me that team lost by 10 runs in the middle game of that series. But the other two games were so fun to watch, didn't even cross my mind. Didn't even think about it. You know why else I'm happy? Right now, I got torched at the beginning of the year. People said I was an idiot for saying that the Red Sox could possibly win 84, 85, 86 games. Huh. They would have to go 500 the rest of the year to win 84. Is that possible? I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Klebe. That is true. Mike. You came in here. You proved me wrong. Even the outs the Red Sox again right now are hard. $122 and 40, yeah. Yeah, that Masataka Yoshida home run, I don't think I've been excited that much this entire season. That was, down to the last pitch, full count, that's what you dream of. Imagine Bob comes up and just, you get 2021 Bob again. Where you said you're winning 95 games. I think I remember something in the 70s there, Prodigy. Yeah, Mark, they could be. I hope they don't, but they could be. What's Bale's pitch count on? You got to give him at least one more. Might be over by 1 a.m. Yeah, this is crazy. He's at 80. I don't love that. Oh, I see, Project. If they win 95 games, I swear to God. Probably Joe. Feeling better? That's good, Mike. I'm happy you're feeling better, man. Sorry you got sick. They got to give Bayo something. You said 72 wins. There's a guy on Twitter. Who's so adamant this team would be the worst team in Major League Baseball. He bet someone he would give them $1,000 for every win over 65 wins. They're already at 49. They need to win 14 more games the rest of the way for this dude to make minimum $1,000. Maybe the dumbest tweet I've ever seen in my life. Appreciate that, Lawson. Thank you. What was that? Did he not catch that? No, he didn't. Masa is hot. Gonna put me through college with that bet? Dude, even if they won, maybe they win 75 games. Dude, that's $10,000. What are you doing? What are you doing? Tonight's dinner didn't. Oh man, maybe you got food poisoning. Wasn't there a virus going around like that? Oh, he dropped it. That sucks. Is Yoshida better than Ohtani? It might be time to start having that conversation. Sale did, Kenneth. Twitter's mad weird. Yeah, it can be. No, guy is a staunch Red Sox fan. He's just an idiot. Well, oh my God. Caleb, can you believe it? The Red Sox fan who's dedicated his life to making Red Sox YouTube videos glazing someone on the Red Sox. What? Guys, who would have guessed the Red Sox fan who makes Red Sox videos is happy about a Red Sox player? Crazy. Oh, Lawson. Craving a Fenway Frank? Yeah, that would hit hard, actually. Man, a Fenway Frank and a Sam Summer would be incredible. May have to be the move. It will be this weekend, for sure. Yeah, Tyler, may need to stay away. Sam Summers specifically at Fenway Park are goated, yes. Absolutely. They need to have a dollar dog night. A dollar Fenway Park dog night might be the most packed Fenway game of history. Imagine that. Man, I'd get like, I don't even know, 20. They bring in Trey tonight. I wouldn't be surprised they brought in Trey tonight. Garrett Cooper. You know what? Hey, Garrett Cooper leading this. Garrett Cooper leaving this team, completely turned it around. So, in a way, Garrett Cooper saved the Red Sox season. Yeah, hopefully it is, Landers. It could be. The 9999 challenge would be nuts. On a dollar dog night, I'd be real happy. So if New York goes down, loses this game, the Sox win this game. We'll be what, 3.5 games back when we're 4.5 back right now. Bayo's a career high 11 strikeouts. Just disgusting. The Orioles are losing. Honestly, the Orioles aren't even in my any of my visions. To be honest with you, they just aren't. So yeah, we're 4.5 back of the Yankees right now. We're only 3 back in terms of losses, which is interesting. So we'll be 3.5 back of the first place. Corbin, we make the playoffs. Definitely watching. Yeah. It's a whole new season, basically. You know what I mean? If the Red Sox make the playoffs, I already told my girlfriend I am streaming every single game. I'm going to buy a little love seat back here. She can come in if she wants. I'll definitely have the cat in here. With some adult beverages flowing. We're watching every game. I would attempt to set up a live stream, like a live watch party if that happens. Think the other owners forced John Henry to spend. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think at some point it becomes impossible for them not to. Honestly, I think it becomes impossible for them not to. I have no faith. I genuinely have no faith that they're ever going to be like, yep, time to invest. You know what I mean? Cedar Rafael is the coolest player in the world, man. He truly is the coolest player in the world. Blowing a bubble, making a fantastic play. Just incredible. Look at him. Yep, there's the bubble. Yeah, absolutely. They'll do the same strategy they had this season, which is just full line changes. Gold Glove? I don't know. What's up, Black Panther? Why isn't ownership spending? What changed? Well, I think the big thing that changed is that they realized they don't need to spend a lot of money to be a competitive baseball team, and it makes it less fun for us fans. But they're not wrong, right? The playoff structure specifically really sort of just changes everything because it allows teams like the Red Sox to say, well, instead of going for 96, 97 wins, we're going to go for 84, 86 wins. And if we sneak in, perfect, right? And what that did was allow them to invest their money elsewhere. PGA, they've been talking about an NBA team for a while, right? Who is my favorite player in the Sox all time? I always say Kevin Youkilis. Yuke's up there. Xander Bogaerts is up there for sure. Josh Beckett, when he first came over, I loved Josh Beckett. That's probably my big three. Pedroia is obvious. I mean, there are obvious ones, right, that are always going to be in the pantheon. Ortiz, Manny, Pedroia, Betts. Those guys are all going to obviously be in there. But I'm just saying, like, those would be my personal favorites. And then right now, Willier, I love watching Willier. Rafi will forever be. Rafi's very, very quickly becoming my favorite player, one of my favorite players ever. Rafi's up there, man. If I had to make a tier list of like all-time greats in my eyes, and then right below it, I'm putting Rafi right now, man. Already your favorite Sox player ever? Yeah, Rafael Devers he's just incredible. I mean, Carl, in all fairness, with the 15.43 ERA, it is 2 innings. It is just 2 innings in July. So take the 15 with a little bit of a grain of salt, but all right, hey, it's officially a game. It's officially a game. I would maybe Christian, especially if he comes back as a coach at some point. I would think maybe. Dwight Evans, your favorite player of all time? Yeah, I wish I got to see them. Imagine his current team with Mookie. Stop. Miss Kyle Schwarber. Honestly, Kyle Schwarber was fun. I don't miss him a ton. The only time I miss him is when he crushes the Red Sox. He always crushes the Red Sox. But outside of that, I don't find myself being like, God, I wish we had Schwarber. I don't know. That's probably just me. Which Red Sox player would make the best future manager? Rob Refsnyder. Greedy for more runs. I want him to put up 20, man. I really want him to put up 20. Koji was special for that short period of time. Yeah, he was really good. I mean, saying he was really good feels like such an understatement. Like, that's a good thing to say about someone. That's an understatement. Outside of Rob Refsnyder, though, in terms of manager, honestly, Jarren Duran would be an interesting manager. I'm trying to think. A lot of these players are just so young, it's hard to tell. What just happened? I just got another commercial. Oh, yeah. Brent Rooker, easily. Rooker would be fun, man. Of a certain age. I like that phrasing, Peter. Oh, there will absolutely be a game that's tight in this one. Not good, but interesting. What would Rooker cost? Pretty decent amount. Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill could be an interesting manager. Sorry, Joe. It's nothing you did was wrong. It's just that if you put a period instead of a space, it'll delete it. Too many bots spamming links. Tristan would be the wildest GM ever. Yeah. Do you really, Brandon? That's interesting. Oh, I thought Sadon just put that into the next season. I thought that ball was going to land in 2025. It can't be raining that hard. There's still people out. Although the ponchos are coming out. My favorite. I love when people buy those Red Sox ponchos because they're like $25 a pop. Boggs jersey. I mean, that's a solid one to get. Do we sign Tech? I am in the firm camp of I don't want Jason Varitek to be our manager. Not because I don't think he wouldn't be a good manager, but because of the fact that I don't want him vilified. That's the only reason. Evaldi coming back to join the staff? Don't hate it. Yeah, those specific ponchos are like $25 a pop. It's ridiculous. I just the more I think about it, the more mad I get thinking about the fact that Alex Cora could not be in a Red Sox uniform next year. Genuinely. You got a vintage 80s jersey? Well, tell them to grab it. Tell them to grab it. Oh, he's throwing gas right now. So I don't know, man. Maybe he just didn't like the competition. Wakefield would have been a good manager. R.I.P. I don't think he wanted to get into coaching, though. You have been? Yeah, man. Get that thing. They gotta give them. Oh yeah. The Red Sox pay maybe 10 cents for those ponchos, maybe. I think it might. Will I think there's a chance. Core is okay, dude. Look at what this team has done this year. Look at what this team has done this year. How is that just okay? Yeah, I guess they will. Project. I didn't even think about that. You're going to TP his house? That'd be impressive. Whoever said Shane Victorino, that is a good one. Nick, yeah, Shane Victorino will be fun. Durant is... Who's the Holy Ghost? Rafi. Rafi's the Holy Ghost. No. If I'm being honest with you, I don't really know who the Holy Ghost is in it anyway, so I don't know. Like, I have no idea who the Holy Ghost is. Like, in real, not real life, but like the Bible, I don't know. Is this the last time we ever play the Oakland A's? No. That's sick, Kenneth. Mike Timlin. The Devers, the Duran, and the Holy Wally. Yeah, I guess they will be the Sacramento A's next year. That's a good point. I would probably give a lot of money to see Wally in like a Pope outfit. That'd be hilarious. It's pretty impressive that Oakland A's fans like are so. I mean, the Oakland A's were good, man. The Oakland A's were good for a while. Mike Napoli's manager and just have a full 2013 Red Sox running the ship. That'd be kind of sweet. Red Sox have the Pope throw out the first pitch. Pretty cool. Corey right now is manager of the year. I would agree if the Guardians weren't doing so well. Bogey is a manager. Yeah, the A's were really good for a long time. Remember, even in like 2019 or 21, where they made a wild card, didn't they? Like they were good. They just blow it up to not spend money. What was with the Gordon Ramsay? He just opened a restaurant in Boston, so they brought him in to throw out a first pitch. It's right before the North End. Yeah, I thought so, Genetic. God, the A's did something. It wasn't 2020. I think it was 2019 where they were like really good. Yeah, it's called Gordon's Burger, Ramsay's Burgers, maybe Gordon's Burgers, one of the two. It's either Gordon or Ramsay. It's named after himself one way or the other. They had Chapman, they had Olsen, they had Simeon for a spell. No excuse to make it to Boston. Well, there you go. Catch a game while you're there. Yeah, they had Liam Hendricks. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay's burger's probably gas. Sean Manaea, yep. Yep. Did it hit different? I've heard mixed things about Gordon Ramsay's. Man, he's just blowing steam, huh? Yeah, they are, Cleve. Yeah, Stephen King definitely does. He still tweets about him. Angry Scottish Maniac Burgers. How do I feel about the Royals series? I mean, it's a big series, man. I'm hoping they crush the A's, give themselves a bit of a breathing room before going into it. Honestly. What's interesting is that the top of the AL Central is great, but it drops off fairly quickly. It's just kind of the same thing with the AL East, right? The top of the AL East is some of the best in baseball, but then it drops off pretty quickly. I'd assume they probably have a leg up, Carl. In my opinion, Ramon Vasquez, I guess I'd be fine with, but in terms of like, again, I love Jason Varitek. I think he'd be a great manager. I don't want him to manage the Boston Red Sox because I don't want him being vilified by this fan base. He's too much of a hero in my eyes. I don't want him. I don't want him to be vilified. There's a big reason why really, really famous people don't normally end up managing for the team that they were famous on, right? Even Aaron Boone to some degree. He really wasn't. He had that one walk-off home run in 2003, and that was it. Oh, absolutely, Joey. He definitely can cook. I just know some of his restaurants, like some people have gone and been like, what is this? You know? Larry Bird. Did Larry Bird coach the Celtics? Were they good? Yeah, I think Boone was pretty good on the. That might have been his brother was pretty good too. Oh, Bayo's back out there for the 6th. Okay, he's at what? Oh, Larry Bird coached the Pacers. I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm talking about, right? He was a great player, but he was a coach somewhere else. I hope Aaron Boone stays with the Yankees for the rest of his life. Genuinely. Right, exactly, Salty. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't want it to happen. Go at least 2-1 in both these series to go into the break. Man, I hope so. I got to look at the pitching matchups this weekend for. I got to look at this pitching matchup this weekend for the Royals. Kevin Pillar, AJ. Aaron Boone is a terrible manager, so yes, would love him. Yeah, exactly. If Boone came to the Red Sox, I would stop being a Red Sox channel. T.O. agent? I don't know. Did Pete Rose? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't like it. Take Jeter. Imagine we got Jeter as the manager of the Red Sox. True. He makes a show out of it, Skylar. And you know what? I love it. I love every second of that dude. A-Rod as a GM, I'm good with that, I think. I don't want A-Rod anywhere near this organization, actually. All right, time to pull bail. No? We're not pulling bail? Okay. Chad Tracy? Chad Tracy might not be a bad pick. Although I don't know if they would go with just flat out. I mean, Tyler O'Neill probably could have caught that ball. Dom Smith running. I'm telling you, man, Scooby-Doo villain. Oh, good. Yeah, let's get Greg Wise in here. Yeah, I mean, that's the type of thing. I mean, he's just a goof. He's just a goof. Where do the A's rank in their farm system, like amongst Major League Baseball? Is it like towards the top of the league? Is it middle of the pack? Is it bottom? Well, that sucks. Well, that sucks a lot. Okay. Don't love that. Now I'm nervous. I don't get why. Like I said pull him after the second hit. I mean, I don't exactly love that. Bayo can't be too pumped about that either. Weiser was not ready? Maybe. Azer 25th? Man. What a choke. I mean, they're still winning by 6 runs. Calling that a choke is a little bit of a stretch here. Just not a good ending. Yeah. I mean, the stat line's not going to look great, but losable territory. Guys, come on. Come on now. I mean, seriously. If he gave up, let's say the Red Sox had 6 runs, then yeah, now it's in losable territory. But he ended up with 11 strikeouts. Here's my only concern. My only concern with this Bayo start is that if all right, Speed Racer. My only concern with Bayo is that if this was a better team than the A's, what does it look like? Yeah, you too, Speed Racer. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Right? That is my only concern is that if Bayo is doing what he did tonight against a more formidable opponent, let's say I'm trying to think of an average team. Let's say the Reds. Is that the same start? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't love that Alex Cora left him in there. Doesn't Bayo start the rubber match? What is today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, he would, I think. Yeah, Tom, honestly, you look at that. Honestly, even if you let him go through the 5th inning, for the love of God, Greg, don't do this. If you let him go through the 5th inning, but he gives up those 2 runs, I don't know, man. Perfect opposite. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. It's an interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they keep showing it. Let this dude have it out. Genuinely, let this dude have it out in the dugout. He's not doing it on the mound. He's talking to himself. Alex Cora unemployment line. Unbelievably stupid comment. Holding in tears? I don't know. And then they pan to the 45. Nesson is not doing anything to help Brian Bale right now. Nesson is not doing anything to help Brian Bale right now. Guy does nothing when he doesn't cheat. Again, just maybe the dumbest comment you could possibly have. I mean, genuinely, if that's what you truly think about Alex Cora, I don't think you've been watching Red Sox games. I don't think you've been paying attention to this team. We overspent on Bale. No. Genuinely, no. I mean, look at the contract, right? They didn't pay him to be an ace. They paid him to be a completely under control pitcher for the next 6 years. In all honesty, he got number 4 money. He got number 4 starter money. Should have spent on Houck. They tried. Right? Takes 2 to tango, Patrick. They can't just throw the same money out and expect everyone to sign for it. Right? Tanner's under control until 2028, I think. All right. Hey, Weiser, not bad. Not bad. Has Craig said anything about the deadline? Yeah, he did a interview today with Fenway Rundown podcast. If you guys want to listen to the full thing, it's on Spotify. He basically said essentially the same thing he's been saying the whole time. I've said it before. I think that it's smart that the Red Sox don't say one way or the other. How long is Durant under contract? 2028, I think. I'm pretty sure. He got money way too fast. No, I don't think it's money way too fast that's the problem, if I'm being honest, Patrick. Because, again, he didn't get stupid money. He got, honestly, less money than he probably would have got if he held out. Have a nice night, Carl. 2029. There you go. That's when Durant will be a free agent. Yeah, he'll be 33 when he's a free agent. I think the Sox buy and sell, if that makes sense. More buy than sell. Yeah, I think they could do it. Here's the thing, though. Craig Breslow has been adamant that he's not going to do that. And so to end up doing that, I think will rub a lot of people the wrong way. I think he's sort of backed himself into a corner here by saying he's going to pick a lane. Appreciate it, Patrick. Thanks. Hey, that's part of sports. Everyone's got an opinion. No one tends to agree on them. Just how it goes, No, I can't. I'm on your side here. Can we trade Kenley and survive? That depends. Do you think that you can get away with Kelly in the 9th inning until Hendricks is ready? And do you think Hendricks is ready to go and be a closer again. Tommy with a $10 super chat. Can we get some claps in the chat for Tommy? He's on his way out here, going to bed. Thanks for the stream. Hey, anytime, man. Thank you so much for being here. And it was extremely generous of you. Certainly did not have to do that, but I appreciate it a whole lot. Can we get some claps? Can we get some likes on that message, please? Thank you so much, man. And enjoy the rest of your night. Why can't he manage a bullpen? Well, that's just opinion, right? You have your opinion that Cora cannot manage a bullpen. So me sitting here and trying to explain to you that you're dead wrong just simply isn't going to work. And why did he finish last in back-to-back years? Well, let's play that game. The Red Sox needed pitching. They did not get pitching. The Red Sox needed to spend. They did not spend. The Red Sox needed deadline help. They did not get deadline help. Alex Cora can only do so much with the tools that he is given. It's like if you were a carpenter. If you're a carpenter and you're going to a job and you're trying to screw in screws with a goddamn hammer, you could probably get the job done. It's just going to be a little bit difficult. And eventually, that hammer is not going to be able to screw in screws efficiently enough for you to continue building what you are building. That's how tools work. Tools are players. Alex Cora is a carpenter, and you can only do so much with the tools that you're given. So there's a very obvious answer to your question, Ryan, and by blaming Alex Cora, it is clear to me that you're not only not paying attention to these games, you haven't been paying attention to what's going on off the field either. And on top of that, you want to talk about bullpen problems. Take a look at the 2018 World Series run. Let's have a conversation about how Alex Cora manages the bullpen. Because I'll tell you what, I would guess 29 teams in Major League Baseball would love that bullpen mind in the playoffs this season. Mr. Mad with a $50 super chat. Oh my gosh, man. Mr. Mad, can you stop giving me money, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, genuinely, this is unbelievably generous of you. There is no reason for you to be this generous. Thank you so much. He says, hey, Corbin, I'm trying to have the dumbest comment you've ever seen in any of your lives. So that's going to be kind of tough. Here goes. Tech is the next manager with A-Rod as the hitting coach. What could go wrong? You know what? Yeah, you might be up there now. Ryan's giving you a run for your money, though, if I'm being honest. But I appreciate it nonetheless, Mr. Matt. Thank you so much, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. It is unbelievably humbling that you support this channel the way you do. I can't thank you enough, Matt. Thank you. We need Story back. I'd love to get Story back. Can we get some claps? We got some claps in the chat from Mr. Matt. Can we get some more, though? This is the second live stream in a row he's come in here and done that. And I can't unbelieve. I genuinely can't imagine how someone is so generous to me. It blows my mind. Hey, thanks for being here, Mark. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Could Story be back for the playoffs? No. I think he'd be fully recovered by November. So I guess maybe if you make the World Series, but I appreciate that, Genetic. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know. I never feel worthy of any donations, man. I'm just here to talk Sox, you know? Yeah, I don't know, Bessie. Truly. There's a legitimate portion of the Red Sox fan base that just hates Alex Cora. I've never understood it ever. Like, sure, you could nitpick a decision here and there, but for a team that has had the most injuries in baseball, even before the injuries, told that you were going to win 75 games, maybe, right? To bring an entire fan base of maybe the youngest team in the sport in terms of just pure impact player-wise and have them be 10 games over 500, it's insane. And not to mention the different types of lineups he's had to put out, the different types of bullpens he's had to put out, the different times he's had to completely change the lineup. It's incredible. It's a masterclass what we're watching. I appreciate that, Assassin. Thank you. What up, T? Do I know any of the Japanese players coming over this offseason that we would be interested in? There's a couple of Japanese pitchers for sure. You know, Mike, and I think that is. I also think a lot of people who don't like Alex Cora are people who are just looking at the box scores. I don't know, Prodigy. Yeah, Sasaki. The Yankees lost? Interesting. That's going to make things very interesting. You know what it's also going to make interesting? The Rays aren't that far out from being legitimately competitive. I mean, honestly. Like the Rays right now are 5 games out. Do I think Casas, Valdez, Meyer, Devers, Duran, Abreu, Rafaela, Wong, and Teal are a World Series team? I don't know. We don't know what those guys are going to look like. Honestly. Like, I would love to say yes, but Valdez, I don't think, would be a part of the next team. We don't know what Meyer, Anthony, or Teal are going to look like at the big league level. The Bronx is actually insane. But my favorite thing to do is after Yankee losses, go to Yankee Twitter. It's hilarious. Asking for as a Sox fan to put some respect on Alex Cora's name, brother. I've been giving Alex Cora respect for the last. I legitimately, people have unsubscribed to me because I refuse to. Like, look, again, I will absolutely criticize Cora. There are things that you can criticize him on, but saying he's a terrible manager is insane. Joe's McFly does those live streams. It's awesome. We know what they're going to look like. We don't know what they're going to do. Exactly, money. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. And we got somebody in this rotation yeah. I don't even know if it's a dark horse at this point, Taco. I think the Red Sox get a legitimate starting pitcher. Doesn't even need to be an ace. Give me a number 3 or 4. Yeah, we're talking about a legitimate playoff team. What can I criticize Core for? I mean, you can criticize the manager, right? You could talk about, hey, Brian Bale maybe shouldn't have been left in that game so long. I think, maybe you could talk about bullpen usage at some points during the season. Or you could talk about, hey, maybe you left so-and-so on the field too long before you made another choice, like the Kike choice last year, right? But I mean, overall, it's impossible for us to blame Alex Cora for the Red Sox being bad these last couple of years. And it's easy to see why you can give Alex Cora credit for what he's done this year. I don't know if I can do that. Skylar, I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. What they need is a 3-4 starting pitcher, a bullpen guy, an infield hitter. This team is capable. Grissom's doing full workouts, but a rehab is not imminent, is the last we got, Assassin. I honestly don't even know if you need a infield hitter, to be honest with you, because you're getting Costas back. You will be getting, I assume you'd be getting Von Grissom back at some point this season. You've got those two coming back. you've got a ton of help coming up from the minor leagues. To be honest with, like, I think Mydroth could make an impact in the second half. He's been incredible. Yeah, York has been Barry Bonds in the minor leagues so far. Right? I don't know if you need a infield. Here's the thing is I don't think that the Red Sox are going to add. I don't think they're going to pull in on this team, right? I think if they do add, it'll be not minor. Minor's the wrong word, but it'll be smaller than, oh my God, this is going to be, frontline stuff, right? The ESPN is doing a 30-minute segment on this Red Sox trade. But if that's the case, then you need to hone in. You need to focus in on what your biggest problems are. And right now, it's a starting pitcher. You get a legitimate 3 or 4, and I'm sure people have been here for this entire time. First of all, thank you for being here this entire time. You probably heard this 20 times already. If you get a 3 or 4 pitcher, you get someone in here with some experience, someone who's been proven to be able to throw 30 games a season. That does everything for your offense. It does everything for your pitching staff. It helps your bullpen, right? And then, hey, throw in a Hanzo Robles-esque trade, right? Red Sox need a backup. Also, hello, Eric. Red Sox need a backup first baseman, right-handed. I think you can get away a little bit again because the Red Sox aren't going to go all in on this team. If the Red Sox front office doesn't go all in and they still want to add, and you go and you get a 3 or 4 starter, and hey, you know what? We're not comfortable giving up anything more. I think you get away with Romy. I think you get away with, hey, you could throw up Bob once in a while, and then I think you could get away with Rob Refsnyder in there. Nick Sogard in the minors is starting to play a little first base as well. I think there's a chance. Yeah, Mickey Gasper's an interesting conversation. Sorry, Patrick. Right, so yes, I would, Eric, in an ideal world, I absolutely want the Red Sox to go and get a backup first baseman. A right-handed backup first baseman, a little bit of power would be incredible. It would transform this lineup a bit. You could platoon him with Massa. You could have a lot of fun with it. But I just don't think this front office, even if they do decide to buy, which I think you have to at this point, it's going to be anything more than we're just going to add, a couple of pieces here and there. I don't know, William. I assume he does. I'd assume. There's got to be a tab on his YouTube that says, like, let me see. He might also go live on the John Boy page, too. It might not just be... Yeah, I don't know. How cheap are we thinking Henry will be? Man, I don't know. That's what makes me nervous. But even if he's like, hey, Craig, you can't spend more than $10 million, right? I think you can. The difference is that you're not taking on a whole contract. You're taking on less than half of a contract. So if you can find a guy, Eric Fetty, right? He's making $3-4 million this year. You're paying him $1.5 million to pitch for this Sox team. If that's too expensive, then we've got a really big issue. No, William. I wish they would. I don't think they're going to do that now. Honestly, I would. That's my dream, right? Is they go out and they get the pitcher for the next 4 or 5 years. Luzardo's hurt, so not Luzardo, but Crochet, Lodolo, Screwball, right? Go make a statement. They're not going to. I don't know. Take a chance on Montgomery. That'd be interesting. Would Lodolo also cost one of the big three? Depends on how you're able to sell Christian Campbell, honestly. It's weird he won't. When you have that much money too, it's not about the actual profit. It's not about anything. It's about proving, right? He's gonna sit there. He's gonna prove. He's gonna say, "Hey, I could do this. I can do whatever I want. I'm smarter than you. I made a whole lot of money." Imagine if we would have kept Sale. Sale's having a great season for sure. That is a problem, Salty. I don't think Sale would have had a good season in Boston. I think there was so much he was putting on himself. I think there was so much the organization, not necessarily on purpose. There was so much the fan base was putting on him. The change of scenery, I think, is a massive reason why he's doing this well. I genuinely think I'm happy for him. I'm not upset that they traded him. I just don't think. I just don't think if he had stayed with the Red Sox, he would be doing this. Dive into comically large pools of gold coins. Updates on Vaughn. Yeah, he's progressing. He's doing full workouts, but he's not ready to start a rehab assignment yet. For now, Salty. I mean, it's one season, right? We can't really call him an injury prone after one season. All right, it's tough to say that. Yeah, we're getting there, Taco. How good of a pitch do you think we get without trading any of the big three? It depends on what you're willing to give up. Are you willing to dive into someone at the major league level? Are you willing to dive into the top 10 prospects? It's an interesting question. No, I wouldn't be willing to get rid of Grissom. It wouldn't be worth it. All right, Brandon. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. You made a good effort. Do the Red Sox regret getting Grissom for sale? No, it's 1 year. Sounds like we're Rays fans. Why? Why is that, Eric? Does Story move to second once Meyer comes up? I don't think immediately, no. Cheap? I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, Eric, you know what's interesting, Eric? I sit there, I give someone, you say, oh, that's too expensive for John Henry. I go and I say, oh, here's someone who's relatively cheap. You say, oh, we shouldn't be talking like that. Pick a side. Ryan, dude, you're like 3 months behind. It's actually pretty impressive how little you know about the current Red Sox situation. Simple trade Henry. Well then, yeah, that works. I definitely want to do that, Christian. Definitely want to do that. How hard is it to get out of the Yoshida deal? I would say not easy. It's all good, Mr. Bob Dylan. Glad you're here. $26 million. What is that till the tax, luxury tax? Are we going to close this one? Boy, we better. I don't know if they're allowed to go towards the luxury tax, Eric. Oh, whoa. You're talking about how much it would take to get Yoshida. Got it. Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson's advanced metrics scare me, man. Bassett would probably be a lot, Will. Kikuchi, not too much. Eflin just got traded. I doubt it. Anderson, probably not a ton. Flaherty would have to be a pretty decent amount because he's on a... I guess he's on... Yeah, I would say it's a pretty decent amount. Fetty, I would assume not a ton. The Red Sox become sellers. Honestly, the Red Sox keep playing like this and become sellers. I'm gonna make the most angry video I've ever made. Honestly. I will be so mad if they sell at this year's deadline. I will be pissed. What about Scherzer? That money, no way. Zach Geloff. The Red Sox really need Zach Geloff, though. Backup third baseman for Devers? No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be on my priority list. Would I be mad if they did nothing? Yeah, I would. I think anything other than selling right now, I'm heated. But I'd be less mad than if they sold. Yeah, if Giolito stayed healthy, man, I don't even know. Like, what do you even ask for if Giolito was healthy? Of course, Sale did make the All-Star team. Is that what I said, Braji? You know what I meant. Anything other than buying, I'm mad. And the only thing the Yankees need to trade for? The Yankees holes are popping up everywhere. Trade for JD? No, I don't think so. I mean, JD makes sense just simply bat wise, but then you've got two strictly DHs on your team. One of them always having to be on the bench. Yeah, probably not. The only way you do that is if you move Massa, and again, it's gonna be difficult to move Massa. Ring him up. Atta baby Wiser. All right, the Red Sox are just sort of coasting the end of this game. It would have been really great if they won 11-2, but I will take 6-11. Maybe they score a little bit more here. William, it's not even a question. Genuinely not even a question. It is absolutely a 2 or a 3 starter. Not even a question. In fact, here's the starter. Here's the reliever. Down here's the power bat. Because you're getting a power bat in Tristan Casas. Rafael Devers is a power machine. Tyler O'Neill's been powerful this year. Wilyer Abreu's got some power. Yeah, you too, Joseph. Thanks for hanging out, man. Right? That's what? 4 guys I just named in this lineup? 4 out of 9 guys who can go yard on you at any point? All right, I'm good. Right? And then you add in a little bit of power from Duran. You add in a tiny little power from Hamilton. You add in a tiny little power from Connor. That's sort of my line of thinking. Pick up JD Davis today? No. Yeah, you too, Ethan. They're not getting another third baseman, though. Yeah, Rafaela's got some power. Yeah, Jeff, of course. No, I think a lot of people are right when they say that the Kansas City game series is going to be really important to where the Red Sox end up at this year's deadline. I honestly, I have just like a, I don't want to say bad feeling, but it's just this like pessimistic side of me that's saying the Red Sox right now are trying everything in their power to not be buyers. Like they're trying so hard to not be buyers. Maybe Pablo wants a return visit. Pablo who? Reyes? New owner? Yeah, that could be top of the list. I mean, obviously I'd prefer a lefty, Will, but I'm not going to be too picky on that. Yeah, I just sort of want someone who can go about 5 innings, have around a 4 ERA, just be someone who can be in there and save the bullpen, save the rotation a little bit. That's really all I want. Oh, Pablo Sandoval. Yeah, that's all we need. New pitcher's getting ready. All right. Ryan, I will bet you $20,000 Alex Cora gets a job at the end of the year. If you're so dead serious, say yes. How much longer till Marcelo Meyer? At the bare minimum, most of the year, if not the rest of the year in 2025. Trade for Stanton? That'd be wild. Imagine that. Pablo still with the Giants? No. Yeah, Max, he's coming in every once in a while. I mean, if he's down to put his money where his mouth is, I'm very down. That's fine. I will say he gets a job in professional Major League Baseball. $20,000. I know Prodigy, but you want to say stuff in the chat. All right, back it up. You're willing to bet $200 million. Someone screenshot that for me. Give me a verbal confirmation, Ryan. Let's make this a binding contract, brother. Confirm. All right. Someone screenshot it. Thank you, Prodigy. Just hold on to that for me, will you? I'll be back to collect. Yeah, that's why I had someone screenshot it. Yeah, I'm about to retire, Chad. I'm about to retire. Maybe, Todd. I think it's more so going to depend on what the trade deadline looks like. Paul DeYoung could be interesting, but I don't know. Again, if you're comfortable with Hamilton at second and say Don at shortstop, you're getting Grissom back, you fit him in somewhere. I don't know if DeYoung makes a ton of sense at the moment. It depends on where they're willing to let him play. That's fine, Ryan. Yeah, think what you want, man. We'll come back to it. Don't you disappear on me when you owe me $200 million. I could buy the A's. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Okay. All right. Trey Jansen, I hold on to him. I hold on to him. Unless you're blown away by an offer, I think you hold on to him. Especially if you're this competitive at the deadline. Probably a lot, Eric. Yeah. Trade John Henry. I'd love to trade John Henry. Jansen for Lorenzen. See, I don't do that. No. Do I see Veritek hanging around? I could see him taking a job somewhere else. Honestly, William, he hasn't scared me since like the first month of the season. Kenley's been pretty lights out lately. Max, you spelled his name wrong. I mean, he did just ask a genuine question. And honestly, I'll let him troll if he's going to give me $200 million for free, dude. Would I trade Ref Snyder and O'Neal for Pete Alonso? No. How do you spell it? Chaim. But he's not even the manager, or he's not even the GM of the team, so we can't really cut him. More for Pivetta? I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. And a hot dog? Man, that is a deal. Oh, man, my iPad's dying. No. I had a backup plan for the iPad, and I totally forget it now. Was this what I wanted to do? Why are some journalists wanting to trade Jansen? You want my honest opinion, Eric? It's because the team has been wanting to trade Jansen for a little bit. The question is, the other part of that, I think, too, is that I think in terms of journalism, they think a lot of the point is John Henry's not going to give Craig Breslow money to spend, so you might be able to trade Kenley, free up some room, and then get him. You know what I mean? Like, you might be able to take Kenley Jansen, dump his salary, go out and get a number 3 starting pitcher for what he would have been paid for the second half of the season. Shouldn't Costas be back by now? Yeah, but the ramp up, I think we were all kind of having the conversation about him not coming back completely on time. And yeah, that's basically what happened here. Ted Williams or Pedro Martinez? Probably Ted Williams. Agree, Will. Yeah, I think Chaim Bloom is a big reason this team has been overachieving this year. Even though he's not here, a lot of what he brought in paying off big. I mean, he could have traded Duran. He could have traded Costas. He didn't. Include Campbell? No. No. And I think they're really being really careful with Costas too. Like, I mean, you get the All-Star break, right? He ramps up a little bit this week. Well, then you got all next week to ramp up a bit. And then, you know, you can kind of get on your rehab assignments coming off of the All-Star break, and you can start to get back into the swing of things. Sad impatient fans. Ooh, my new camera comes in tomorrow, chat. I'm really nervous about it. I've never owned like a legitimate camera like this. So it's going to be interesting. I want better quality for the interviews. I want better quality for the videos. Yeah, Ryan, it's an interesting question. I love Jerry Duran, but I've been saying this entire time. I love Duran. I want him to be here. I think he's a true, genuine leader of this Red Sox team. You know, but you talk about it, and at some point you got to make some tough decisions. And is Duran going to be this good when he's 33? Versus is Roman Anthony going to be better at the same time? You know, I don't know. $200 million will buy some real nice cameras. That's a good point. That is a good point. Favorite Red Sox GM of all time? Theo Epstein, obviously. Did you hear about No, what happened? What happened? Whoa, Eric. Wow, he's formally charged, huh? That's crazy. Just came out 12 minutes ago. Yikes. What an a-hole. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, career should be over. Life should be over. Total waste of talent. It is in a really crappy person. So much talent so many other people, better people deserve that talent. He's a keeper. He absolutely is a keeper. But again, at some point, you got to think about, is he? It's a tough conversation, right? Is he a keeper for 7 years or 4 more years? Be more than that. 6 more years, basically. Is he a keeper for that much longer? I don't know. That's the question. It's possible, Keith, but the problem is at the same time is that you have to trade Massa to make that work, and you got to find a trade partner for Massa. I don't know. The Rays get any compensation for him? I mean, the contract's null and void, I would assume. Not sure they get anything back, no. Who was charged? Wander Franco was officially charged. When is Duran due for an extension? He's not a free agent until going into the 2029 season. Costas is overdue. I'm at the point now with Costas where, hey man, get back here, get healthy. Is this guy just throwing at these players? What is going on? That's the third pitch in a row that's been at one of the Red Sox players. Yeah, I still like Massa. I'm just saying, like, it's to do anything in the DH spot, you got to trade Massa. That's going to be difficult to do. You never had optimism about Casas? How? Were you feeling vindicated that he got injured? That's absurd. He was insane to begin the year. He was insane last year. He was one of the top first basemen in the entire sport. What part of you was like, you know what? I'm not super optimistic about who this dude could be. Genuinely. What in your head said, I'm not optimistic about this dude? Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Someone do something about this. It's the third hitter in a row. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Prodigy? Before Tristan Casas got injured. Now I gotta wait for this crap to load. There we go. Don't want to get DMAC'd. Okay. Honestly, Rafi deserved that run. Tristan Casas had a 134 OPS plus. He was on pace for 40 plus home runs. You don't think Casas is coming back? What do you think? He died? Griffin, what do you mean he's not coming back? In fact, today it was actually confirmed by Alex Cora and Tristan Casas and the medical staff that he will absolutely be back this season. Yeah, dude was on pace for 40 plus home runs. Dude at a 134 OPS plus, a 513 slug. He's 11 hit by pitches this year. Well, I guess it's not a vendetta against the Sox. I guess that's good. He can be. How many strikeouts? I don't know. Honestly, who cares about the strikeouts? 26 strikeouts to 12 walks. It was a 28.9% strikeout rate with a 13.3% walk rate. Pretty solid. But again, I mean, the sample size, like we talked about with Grissom, right? It's 22 games, less than a month. Yeah, you looked much better defensively recently. Yeah, this has been a long game, huh? It is. I'll give you this, Prodigy. It's more strikeouts. Excuse me. It's more strikeouts than he had last season comparatively in terms of percentages. But you also got to remember, I mean, less than a month. It's tough to be like, He wasn't doing well, especially when every other statistic is really good, and his walk rate stayed the same. So he's still getting on base and still being productive at the same rate. Hey, I'll go and find an honest stream where I could be honest. What the Good luck, Griffin, man. Go ahead. I don't know. What do you want me to say to that? No, please don't. Like, you don't explain. If you're going to have an opinion where you say you're not optimistic about Tristan Casas, you need to expand on that, because there's no statistical evidence to back up that there was something to be pessimistic about. Right? Like if you want to be honest, the most honest I can be is look at these statistics. That's it. Right? That statistics have no opinion. Statistics have no opinion. And statistically, he was 34% better than the average hitter in Major League Baseball. And on top of that, he was on pace for 40-plus home runs. And that was after a bit of a slow start, the first 2 weeks of the season. If you want to bring up something from last year, we could talk about last year for sure. Let's bring up last year. .129 OPS plus. That's 29% better than the average player in Major League Baseball. Right off the bat, pretty good. 24 home runs. So that's pretty solid. 65 RBIs. Not bad. 21 doubles. Not bad. Walking in at 13% rate. That is... We can always look that up. He walked about 13% of the time last year. Really 14%, 13.9% of the time. Compared to the average in Major League Baseball, which is 8.3%, it's about a little less than double. A little bit, AJ. All right, looks like Griffin found a place where you could be angry. Nah, I think that was a joke, Eric. I don't think he was serious about that. If Casas was healthy, he would be an all-star. I think it'd be pretty dang close. Although Red Sox fans didn't really show up for him. Glad you got it off the chest. I'm glad you feel better though, Griffin. I am. New stream idea. Everyone gets one wild take to really. I'd honestly be down Red Sox, because again, all I would do is just look at. All I would do is look at statistics, and if you're right, you're right. I love what listening to Casas talk in interviews. I love it. There should be honestly, people get mad that he talks so much, that he's got a weird personality, but man. I just, I sit there and I'm like, well, okay, but how do you market, or how do you make fans more interested in the game? Well, you make them interested in the players. What's the best way to do that? Well, you get someone with a fun personality, whether it's a weird personality or not. Some of the best players in baseball history had strange personalities, and that's why they were beloved. Pedro Martinez is a prime example of that, right? Did it on the field, and off the field, he was You saying this guy looks like me may have been the biggest insult you ever given me in my life. I mean, genuinely proud of you. This guy looks like Larry Bird. And I definitely have a better jawline than this guy. No shot I have a better jawline than this guy. Pardon me? Then the guy on the mound, he doesn't have a jawline. Why am I getting shot down for this? This guy looks like Larry Bird. What's up, shooter? I hope so, man. God, I hope so. Got to figure out the pitching a little bit, though. Bird is worth millions. That's a great point. But just because I look like him doesn't mean I get his money. So that also kind of invalid. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am catching strays. There's so much beef in this stream. Well, I mean, after a while, right? 3 hours, 15 minutes. You start running out of things to talk about. Right? So people default to get me mad because at least it's entertaining. I look like the red Angry Bird. See, this is just why are we doing this? There's that slider. Bro hug Corbin. I appreciate that, CH. Thank you. Lee, I don't know after this start if you say you got to send him to AAA. I think it is an insult, Project. I think that was on purpose. I like that, shooter. Keep it up. Maxwell feels better now that you insult me. Okay. If you're going to do that, at least donate. If you're going to do that, at least donate. You can make fun of me all you want. If you want to throw money at me, you can say whatever you want. How much? How about Rafi, man? He's developing a straight-up hitter who can do more than just hit home runs. Yeah, he's having the best season of his career right now. Dude, if the Red Sox win a World Series, the just absurd victory lap I'm going to take is going to be unbelievable. I swear to God, I will go through all of my videos and pick out every single comment that said I was an idiot for believing in this team. And I'm just going to put a compilation video up with just Red Sox highlights from the World Series in the background with just the pictures of the comments. Just scrolling through. It'll be a 45 long minute video. I don't care. I do the whole thing. Demonetize me. No, TD. You can watch. Hey, you can watch the video. The good news here with this, TD, is that I have video proof that I said there is a legitimate chance that if they stay around 500 at the deadline, they pick up something decent, they could sneak into a wild card. I said it. Eric takes up 90% of it. Honestly, I don't think so. No, they aren't. You're right. I think the overall message is that starting to the ALDS. No, I would take the victory lap if they made the wild card team. No, I'm not saying that I was happy with the offseason. No. No. I was not. I'm still not happy with the offseason. I think this team could have been legitimate division contenders had they done something. Well, that's not true, Salt. You don't know me at all. Why would you say something like that? What was that? Was it that just comment just absolutely threw me off here? No, yeah. I don't think anyone was happy with the way the offseason went. I think there's a difference between talking about what the offseason went and talking about what the potential was. What a wild thing to come in here and say to me. Oh, that ball is long gone, huh? Oh, welcome in. Welcome to Boston. This game just got unbelievably close for comfort. There is one out left to get. Who do we give up for this guy? Some not nobody's the wrong word. They're all somebodies, but someone not very highly ranked in low A with a 4 ERA. Not much, basically. I can't believe this was an 11-2 game at one point. That's insane. It's insane. Probably not, TD. No. Please catch that. Please catch that. Please catch that. Thank you. Whew. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing, offense? We're giving up 9 runs to the Oakland Athletics. That's insane. $1.99 super chat. I was just messing with you, Maxwell. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Claps in the chat for Isaiah Campbell to the rescue. Oof, that was a lot longer stream than I was anticipating, to be honest with you. I guess that makes up for the I guess that totally makes up for the last week's stream that was rained out. So, we got that. 10 games over 500. We take it. I'm nervous about this pitching staff, man. I am. I'm nervous about this pitching staff. I'm nervous about not just it's not the talent. It's not the talent. It's the innings. I'm getting nervous about the total amount of innings here. But whatever. They won the game. Put themselves in a better position. It's all we needed. Thank you all so unbelievably much. I was just messing with you, Prodigy. I don't really care. What was I talking about? Thank you all. Unbelievable. You guys, incredibly generous stream tonight. I don't know what I do to deserve you guys. It's not enough. But anyways, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Trade or draft video. I've got to decide. One of the two. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We talk Sox almost every single day, especially as we get close to the deadline. We're going to be talking a whole lot about how this Red Sox team needs to buy. But until we do that, am I streaming tomorrow? No. I moved the stream up. We got a little date night tomorrow with the girlfriend. We're going to see a concert. Yeah, stream next week. Probably be Tuesday again. But either way, we'll figure that out. Either way, if you haven't considered subscribing, we do this once a week, and we talk Sox almost every single day Also, make sure you guys like this video as it helps these out a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you all. Let me in the